What's up people and welcome to this repair of my CDJ 2000 Nexus 2. I'm Veldema and let's get into it. First, as you can see, the tempo fader is not working. It's supposed to go from 0 to -10 or +10. Or if you change the tempo to minus or plus 100%. Also, the screen is way too bright, so there is probably a backlight problem on it. It works fine, but I want to change it. First, what you're gonna do is unplug while the controller is on. Then, don't forget to remove all the buttons. Not like what I did. Remove the tempo faders and everything. Next, remove those 5 screws. They're all the same, so you can just keep them on the side. I'm using a drill because I'm pretty used to this type of equipment, but if you're not really used to this, please use a screwdriver. Next, remove the 3 screws at the back of the unit. Those are black, so separate them from the others. Now you'll be able to lift up the unit, like this. Be careful with the ribbon cable. You can detach it by pressing on the release mechanism on the connector. We're now going to replace the tempo fader. Remove those screws. And now remove the metal panel. Then there are only 3 screws left. Yep, like I said, I should have removed the buttons before. Next, slide the connector. You shouldn't have to push really hard, but I didn't know how to remove it first. You should have to slide the connector, then pull on the cable. I tried to force open the connector, so I broke it. But it just goes back really easily. My bad. Now we've got the brand new unit. Once unboxed, you can verify it slides really easily and is similar to the other one. It probably won't be exactly the same, but if they are almost the same, it's pretty sure it's gonna be fine. Open the connector and slide back the cable. Close the connector and slide the PCB back in. Press the buttons and the slider to see if they are not caught on anything. Replace the 3 screws. And then replace the 4 screws of the metal bracket. Next, we're gonna test if the fix works. Plug the cable back in, secure it with the connector, and put back the hood. You don't really need to put any screw to test it. Plug the cable back in, and it should light up right away. As you can see, it goes from plus or minus 10, with the 0 being in the middle. I would suggest testing it a little bit more because you can adjust the 0 point on the PCB itself, but on mine I didn't have to do it. Now we can replace the screen. First, you have to remove all the screws from the main middle board. They're all the same, so you can keep them together. Here, I'm not unscrewing in any particular order, because as I said, they're all the same, it doesn't really matter. I just remove the most convenient ones, and don't forget to gently pull on the cables if they are in your way. This screw is pretty special and has a flatter, bigger head, so put it aside. The board should start to be loose. If not, you can just check for some hidden screws. Like the one on the left. If a screw fell off, you can just shake the unit like I'm doing, and it's gonna fall right back. Now the main board is loose, so you can start removing the tempo metal board, like I did earlier. You can unscrew the disc eject board too. And as I forgot to remove the buttons, I was a bit stuck here. Now the board should be completely loose and you should be able to gently pull on the cables. No need to unplug the cables at the bottom, they're pretty durable and it won't take really long. Next, unscrew those two screws and gently pull on the cable. All those screws are black, so keep them in a safe place, and if you mix them up, it's fine. They're all the same length. Those screws are silver, and they are also shorter, so you should be able to store them a little bit on the side and don't mix them up. Remove all three cables. They all have a different way of connecting, so be patient and be gentle. They are all pretty fragile. Now that you have removed the PCB, you can unscrew those 4 screws that hold the screen. lift up the metal plate that is holding the screen, and then you can lift the screen. This cable is really difficult to undo. So be patient and it's gonna be fine. Also, be careful not to remove anything else than the LCD screen itself. I forgot a glass panel that was stuck on the old LCD and I had to do this all over again. So be careful once you remove the LCD panel that nothing is stuck on it. Now that you've opened the new one, you can remove the protective film. And remove the tape. Place the LCD screen back where it belongs. You really have to place the black and white cable where it was, because otherwise the unit won't go back properly. Now, put the metal plate back in. There are 2 pins at the top to align it, so it's pretty simple. Now, use the small silver screws only for this part. Take the PCB and slide the cables inside the PCB. It's a bit of a struggle, but not that hard. Check that the PCB is in place, and you have 3 cables to plug. The first bottom left one is just push the connector gently inside the other connector. It is keyed, so you can't really misplace it. For the next one, you just have to push the cable inside the connector and then push the connector. And the last one, you only have to push the cable gently inside the connector, then close the connector, like a door. Place back those screws only with small silver ones. I would suggest going in an X pattern. This way, it helps the PCB board not to warp and you won't break anything. Now you can install the last metal board on top of it. And screw the last remaining screws only with the black ones. And don't forget to plug back the cable. You can now place the main board back in place and push the two top cables in their connectors. Then you can screw the disc eject buttons PC board with the normal screws. You can also screw back the specialty screw that has a wider head. You can also screw down the tempo fader metal plate. I skipped a screw here, but it's fine. Now to screw down the main PCB board, you have to be methodical. First, screw the holes with only one yellow circle on them. Some have hidden behind some cables, so lift all the cables and you're gonna be fine. Place the plastic back where it belongs and align it with the screws. Next, you can screw down the first layer of the plastic to the screw holes with two circles. You can also insert the cables gently in the connectors now. And finally, screw the second layer of the plastic with the holes that has 0 circles. I don't know where they had this logic, but it's fine. You can push the buttons back in place. And connect everything back together. Pull on the connector on the left and slide the cables and push it back in to secure the cable. place the hood back in. And now it's time to test. Reconnect the power cable, the unit should start back in right away. And as you can see, the screen is fixed. Here is the before and after. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like this video, please drop a comment, like it, and subscribe to this channel. It really helps my project grow. I'm Veldema, and have a good day.